everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is a teacher Julie, and today we're going to learn tenses of the verb. So how many tenses of the verbs are there? Is it 3, 6, 9 or 12? Can you guess? Actually, there are 12 tenses of the verb, and today we're going to study the simple tense of the verb, and it has 3 different types. Okay, so the first one is past simple, the second one is present simple, and the third one is future. So this is the simple tense of the verb. So we say past simple, present simple, and the future simple. So when do we use past simple? Actually, it's very easy to use past simple because you only need to remember we use past simple if the action is already completed and if the time is already completed or finished, and we can use determiner words such as ago, for example 1 month ago, or yesterday, or last night, or a few weeks, a few years ago. Okay, for example, I say I played the basketball yesterday. So that is a past simple because yesterday, it means the time is finished because that is yesterday and the action is finished. Another example, another example is I went to Japan last year. So last year is also a completed action. So that is why we use past simple. As you notice, I use played and went because we have 2 different kinds of verbs. The first one is a regular verb, which is we only add ed. For example, play, played. Okay, and the second one we need to change the spelling, like go and went, because go is a present simple. So if we make a past simple sentence, of course we use the word went instead of go. So again, past is simple. So we use it if the action is already completed and the time is also completed. So let's move on to the second one, and we have the present simple tense of the verb. So if we say present simple, it has 3 different usages. So the first one is a general truth, second one is your routine or habit, and the third one is your schedule or timetable. So if we say general truth, it means it is always true. It's a fact, okay? So I will give you an example. So the water boils. Of course, we all know that water boils if it reaches 100 degrees Celsius. So that is a fact. So the water boiled yesterday, the water boils today, and of course the water will boil tomorrow. So that is a general truth. And the second one is your routine or habit. So if this is your routine or habit, so of course we use the present simple. So for example, I go to school every day. So we use go instead of went because that is your routine. So every day you go to school. Second, I go to work every day. So that is also your routine or habit. So we use go. And the third one, I will give you another example. So I study every day. So that is your routine habit. So we just use a study. And of course, the verb will change it depending on your subject. So if you use a singular verb, of course we need to, if you use a singular noun, so we need to use a singular verb. So for example, the child studies every day. So the child is singular. So of course the verb should also be singular. So that is why we put IES. But if the subject is plural, so for example, the children study every day, so the verb should also be in a plural form, which is study. And the third one is a timetable. If we say timetable, if that is your schedule. Okay, so for example, my schedule, for example, in my case, I say I start work at 6 p.m. So that is my schedule, so I just use start. So you don't need to use will because that is your timetable, that is your schedule. So I go to work at 8 a.m. So we just use go and not will go because as I've said, that is your schedule or timetable. So it is the same as the airplane. departs at the 9 p.m. So that is also a schedule and a timetable. And of course, the last one is the future simple tense. And of course, it's a very common, so we need to use will. But if we say future, so it's the future. It's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next year, or next month, okay? So that is why we use the will. But you also take note that this future will is just a possibility. It's not 100% sure, just 50% sure. So if you say I will go to Japan next week, so that is just a 50-50. It's not sure, okay? It's not sure, but there's a possibility that you're going to Japan next week. So I hope everything is clear. And if you have any questions, so just comment it down below. And if you have any suggestions, just comment down below. And please share and subscribe to my channel.